Hi, Kyle here from ifisave.com. Today we're going to talk about risk tolerance and what it means to your asset allocation. At ifisave.com, if you come to our app, you can come to the retirement page, and in the retirement page we have several tools to help you during retirement. One of these tools is the risk gradient tool. So the risk gradient analysis is where we come in and we ask some questions, right? These questions help us to gauge where you are and where you might be during retirement as far as your ability to handle market downturns in a way that would be healthy for you. So you go through and you answer these questions like, what happens if the market drops by 20% my first year? Would you take all your money out? Would you let it ride? Would you be confident in your income strategy during retirement to be able to use it and to not panic? So we're going to look at this first one where we're 100% risk tolerant. We've had good behaviors during our lifetime, and we're not going to change during retirement. So if you look at our suggested portfolio shape, what this means and what the suggested portfolio shape would be, we're going to have some money for annual expenses in cash equivalents in case we have a downturn in the market, where we can use those funds during the downturn, and then when it comes back, we can refill them with our equities that we pull out. So the first thing we have here is cash equivalents, right? Say this person is pretty young in their retirement still. They want to pull $72,000 a year out. This number is calculated based on 3 to 5 years of your expected expenses during retirement. But they're still young. They probably don't want any cash in their actual retirement accounts, but maybe they have some. I mean, they definitely want like an emergency fund, just in general, that's outside of retirement. But we're going to look at the cash equivalents, but maybe that comes in as you get older, right? So you can modify any of these numbers if you don't feel that this is a good allocation for you. But when you save your targets and then you go to asset allocations, you come here and you basically can set up the ratios that you have for each of your different accounts, right? So you go to your account, you look at it and see what ratio you're at, and you plug it in here. And then this looks at your whole picture, right? It takes all of your accounts, puts them all together, and shows you where you are and where you want to be in your asset allocation. So you can go in and tweak one of your accounts or two of your accounts to get where you want to be. And annually or semi-annually, you can come in here and look at maybe one account is really big compared to the others. You can look at that and you can reallocate and know where you need to be by changing things around by, it'll give you a dollar amount down here to do that. So you can save that allocation, and now when you come back, every time you come back, it'll be here and you can see where you are, and it updates based on your account value, right? So your account value might be $40,000 in a year, right? In this traditional IRA. And the allocation should be about the same still. Maybe it's not. Maybe you need to go in and rebalance, but maybe you're auto balancing in your fund, right, or in your account. That will help you then to see that you're out of whack here, and you need to adjust things. Okay, so that's that part. So say my risk tolerance isn't as good, right? I can retake this assessment. I can look at all these. So my risk tolerance is pretty poor. I go to my risk assessment, and basically it tells me that, hey, you probably need a little bit more cash. You want to have more in fixed income or bonds, and then maybe a little bit in stock to help you increase your portfolio. So we're going to go and move this slider a little bit still. But these are kind of guidelines, right? So, but maybe we want to have more money in like annuities, right? So we're going to adjust these, and then we're going to move over to our asset allocation. So on our asset allocation page, we've adjusted our totals that we want in each category down a little bit, so that maybe one of these accounts is actually an annuity. So we're going to make that an annuity that has $30,000 in it, right? And it's going to give us a fixed income every year based on whatever rate that annuity returns. That will go for part of our income, but we want to balance the rest based on our risk assessment portfolio. But that annuities are like I say, is super safe. They're kind of a very expensive option, but they're here available for you to adjust and show in your allocation, just in case you want to go that way. And that is our risk assessment and our asset allocation in a nutshell. If you like what you see here, there's a lot more here. There's all these analysis options for that feedback into your overall retirement Monte Carlo analysis. So every one of these pages, when you go to the analysis, it will actually go through and calculate a change for you. And then if you save that for your plan, it goes in and it automatically modifies this to fit that new adjustment. And then we have our healthcare expense analysis and how that'll be in the long term, how it can impact IRMA, etc., etc. But that's another video, maybe sometime later, for all these things. If you like what you see, come to ifisave.com, subscribe to this channel. We'll have more videos on how to use the tool, and also things like whatever it might be that's happening in news in the retirement area, and also budgets, right? Budgets are a big part of retirement because budgets help you get there. So if you like what you see and you want to do more with it and you want to be a part of this community, come over to ifisave.com. It's free to use. We do have a subscription to be able to auto update things through Plaid, but if you want, there's the ability to upload things via CSV and individual account balance updates and transaction additions. So feel free to use it however you feel like you need to. And if you want, contact us either through this form, read our blog, and maybe leave comments in our videos, and we'll try to update things to make it work best for everyone. So I hope you liked the video, and have a great day.